This is the OTB Network.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. I'm Jean Wood. A lot of great racing action from across the country, and we will start things out at the fairgrounds, and we'll head back to last Friday where they had a series of stakes races. Kicking things off will be the Bayou for fillies and mares on the turf at 9 furlongs.
They're off racing in the Bayou Handicap. And here's Tiziquina in the Darley Maroon closer toward the inside, along with Dancing Perfect and Love to Tell up and on this early pace. Category 7 is close too. Nick's Appealing Lady now in behind horses with Never Retreat leading A She's Adorable, and Apple Martini trails early on. Shonbridge Mahan and Odds On Tiziquina joined by Love to Tell, who's gone to the forefront now for Shane Sellers. Love to Tell to the first turn from Tiziquina. Dancing Perfect is third at the inside, category 7. Never Retreat closer toward the fence. Ain't She's Adorable. Nick's Appealing Lady is 4 wide through the turn, and Apple Martini settled back in last. The first quarter in 24 1/5 seconds. Love to Tell has gone 6 lengths clear from Tiziquina, and Love to Tell, that leader, racing off the fence. Category 7 is a settled third, and Dancing Perfect outside her quarters. Never Retreat is next for James Graham, and then Nick's Appealing Lady out deep on the course, with Ain't She's Adorable between horses, and Apple Martini is last of all. And move past the half-mile pole. Love to Tell ran 4 furlongs in 48 3 as they go to the far side of the fairgrounds course. Love to Tell on a 7-length lead from Tiziquina, still tracking well. Never Retreat, category 7. Ain't She's Adorable is 5th. Then we come back to Apple Martini, Dancing Perfect, and Nick's Appealing Lady is at the tail. Love to Tell's at the quarter pole. They've turned the quarter in the Bayou Handicap after 3 quarters in 1:12 3. And Love to Tell is swallowed up. Tiziquina has first run for the final furlong. Tiziquina tested at her inside by Never Retreat, who stays on. Hey, She's Adorable. And on the outside, category 7. Inside the final half furlong, Tiziquina determined. So too, Hey, She's Adorable. Tiziquina, Hey, She's Adorable. Tiziquina by a head over A She's Adorable for a Michael Stidham 1-2.
Tiziquina, she is the queen of the turf course at the fairgrounds, 3 for 3 on the fairgrounds turf, now 7 for 13 life after winning an off the turf, or the Lacombe, last time out here at the fairgrounds. During that terrible rainy period we had over the course of this winter time, she stayed on, scored her prep race, and here scores by a game head over A She's Adorable, with Never Retreat back in third. The winner, Tiziquina, is a dark bay or brown daughter of Tiz Now from Izaquina by Mr. Prospector, bred in Kentucky by Stoner Side Stable and owned by Darley Stable, trained by Michael Stidham and ridden to victory by Shonbridge Mahan. Tiziquina covers the 9 in 150.29. We'll continue now at the fairgrounds, the Grade 2 Fairgrounds Oaks for 3-year-old fillies.
And they're off in the Fairgrounds Oaks. Here's Champagne Doro heading out toward the front, along with Vis-a-Vis and Champagne Doro, and these 2 fillies to the first turn. Mambo Fever is close up, Quiet Temper holds the rail, and Ilea comes up on the outside from 5th. Camille's Appeal, Green Cap 6th up the fence, and outside that is She's a Crazy Girl. Then we come back to Jody Slew seeking the title. Sheer Beauty and The Rumor's True has dropped back to be last. The first quarter in 23 3, Champagne Doro in front, Vis-a-Vis and Ilea close up on the outside third. Mambo Fever 4th, and Quiet Temper comes up the fence. She's a Crazy Girl is next, and they have 5 furlongs to go in the Fairgrounds Oaks, where Champagne Doro is the leader. Then we come back to Camille's Appeal. Jody Slew racing in front of Seeking the Title. The Rumor's True and Sheer Beauty now trails. Trails a half mile for Champagne Doro in 47 3. At the half mile pole, Champagne Doro tracked by Vis-a-Vis. On the outside is Ilea. At the rail is Quiet Temper, ground saving throughout. David Cohen has Mambo Fever right there between fillies with 3 furlongs to go now. Champagne Doro still out in front, and then toward the inside, Running next through the turn is Camille's Appeal from She's a Crazy Girl. Jody Slew still 9 lengths down at the quarter pole. Seeking the title, Sheer Beauty. The rumor's true, last to make the top of the fairground stretch. Champagne Doro in front. Champagne Doro's made every yard so far. Champagne Doro trying to see it out, and Quiet Temper now brought to the attack in the final furlong. Quiet Temper runs at Champagne Doro on the front outside, seeking the title, and Sheer Beauty. Jody Slew is next. Quiet Temper just in front of a battling Champagne Doro. Quiet Temper, Champagne Doro seeking the title, and Sheer Beauty. Quiet Temper has won the Fairgrounds Oaks. Mambo Fever was 5th. Quiet Temper in 1:44 and 2.
Quiet Temper scores the victory. A very nice effort after just missing by a nose to Jody Slew in the Silver Bullet Day last time out. Now that horse came into this race with some question marks about her current form. She had had a little bit of body soreness coming out of 2 very nice wins leading up to this race, and Jody Slew did not make the typical performance here at the fairgrounds, and she runs back well back in the field, off the board 7th in the field of 11, as Quiet Temper scores the half-length victory over front-running Champagne Doro. It was about a neck back to Sheer Beauty and Seeking the Title, who dead heated while both racing from well back off the pace into 3rd. The winner, Quiet Temper, is a bay 3-year-old daughter of Quiet American from Dead Aim by Sylvia Deputy. Bred in Kentucky by James Jones and owned by Mark Stanley, trained by Dale Romans and ridden to victory by Robbie Alvarado, Quiet Temper covers the mile in the 16th in 1:44.55. We'll head into Saturday now at the fairgrounds. A lot of great racing over the course of the weekend, and we will kick things off with the Saturday's sprint feature, the Duncan Kenner for older horses.
And they're off. Southern Style, the one who missed it. Euro Ears broke sharp, along with Kensai. On the outside, Cash Refund and the Lime Cap Grand Traverse, and Southern Style trails the quintet. It's Euro Ears out to take a short lead from Kensai. Brian Hernandez Jr. has Cash Refund close up to Euro Ears, who's joined at both sides now. Euro Ears, Cash Refund, Robbie Alvarado and Kensai right there at the fence, then Grand Traverse and Southern Style. The opening quarter, 21 and 3. Going into the far turn, Cash Refund just in front of Euro Ears. Kensai holds the rail with under 3 furlongs to go. Grand Traverse, 4th and sitting back just off the speed, now in the shadow of the quarter pole, and Southern Style last to make the top of the fairground stretch. Cash Refund turns them in. Cash Refund just ahead of Euro Ears, battling between horses, and Kensai right there at the rail, then Grand Traverse into the final fairgrounds furlong. Cash Refund led from Kensai, battling on at the rail, and Euro Ears is 3rd past the 16th. Cash Refund at 3 to 5 on, holding Kensai in the Duncan F. Kenner. Cash Refund and 109 flat, won by 3/4 of a length from Kensai and Euro Ears.
Cash Refund, this is really a nice-looking sprinter. He's 4 for 4 at the fairgrounds, 5 for 6 lifetime. His only loss having come last year in the Matt win at Churchill Downs, going 7 behind Captain Candyman Can, who I believe is unbeaten at 7 furlongs, or certainly was at the time, and is a Grade 1 winner in his own right. Cash Refund, a very nice freshening, came back with a sharp effort last time out, and here scores by 3/4 over Kensai, who most recently was 3rd in the Jerome last fall at Belmont, and I think will probably stretch back out a little bit here to middle distances in the near future. Euro Ears rounds out the top 3. The winner, Cash Refund, is a bay gelding, a 4-year-old son of Patientville from Swept Away by Mystery Storm. Bred in Kentucky by Bert, Elaine, and Richard Klein, owned by the breeders and trained by Steve Margolis, ridden to victory by Brian Hernandez Jr. Cash Refund covers the 6 in 109.13. Next up, older horses going long in the Grade 2 New Orleans Handicap.
And they're off in the New Orleans Handicap. Here's Tone It Down nearest the inside. Star Guitar, Big Polka Dot, and Battle Plan comes up on the outside. And General Quarters also close to this front flight. Stones River is in 6th. For the Inside the Millionaire, Awesome Gem and the West Point Gold. Then the Mineshaft winner, Stonehouse. At the back of the pack are Giant Oak and Hold Me Back as they round the first turn. Big Polka Dot sent on through by Sean Bridgmahan to just be the leader, but Battle Plan is close up through the turn. Star Guitar is 3rd and Tone It Down is 4th. Robbie Alvarado and General Quarters 5th upon settling. Then Stonehouse, Awesome Gem, Stones River, Giant Oak, and Hold Me Back trails. The opening quarter for Big Polka Dot, 23 and 3, racing down the backstretch. Big Polka Dot now overtaken by Battle Plan. So Battle Plans come to the forefront for Javier Castellano and the handicap favorites in front. Big Polka Dot is second with 4 furlongs to go. On the inside, Tone It Down and Star Guitar also right there. With a half mile left, General Quarters 6 lengths off the leader Battle Plan, who runs a half mile in 47 seconds flat. Awesome Gem making headway up the fence. Stonehouse now being ridden with 3 furlongs to go. Then Giant Oak on the outside is Hold Me Back running second to last, and Stones River trails. It's Battle Plan in front, and Star Guitar looms outside of Battle Plan's quarters. But General Quarters is coming too as they come toward the top of the stretch. Stonehouse is right there, then Tone It Down, Big Polka Dot, Awesome Gem is 6th. Into the final furlong and a half. It's Battle Plan in front. General Quarters battles on for the final furlong where Battle Plan led from General Quarters. Star Guitar is 3rd. Awesome Gem 4th. Inside the final half furlong, Battle Plan kept on to General Quarters. It's Battle Plan. Battle Plan in the New Orleans handicap, defeating General Quarters, and Awesome Gem was 3rd. Star Guitar 4th, then Giant Oak and Stones River.
Battle Plan, another very lightly raced horse at the age of 5, runs his record to 4 for 5, with his first stakes victory coming in his first stakes try, showing his usual good early speed, being able to put away a couple of pursuers in the early going and still have enough left to hold off a late move from General Quarters, who loomed large at the top of the stretch, with Awesome Gem making his usual rallying bid to complete the top 3. The winner, Battle Plan, again, a lightly raced 5-year-old horse, a son of Empire Maker out of the terrific filly Flanders by Seeking the Gold, was bred in Kentucky by Overbrook Farm and is owned by the breeder. Trained by Todd Pletcher and ridden to victory by Javier Castellano, Battle Plan covers the 9 and 149.33. We'll head on to the Fairgrounds turf once more now in the Grade 2. Mervyn Muniz for older horses.
And they're off. Between horses, Belletti going out toward the front with El Caballo. Here's Jet Propulsion, and nearest the inside, Yates Black Cat. So it's Jet Propulsion out to the front from Belletti. Nearest the inside, Yates Black Cat, and El Caballo is close to this sedate gallop with pick 6 in 5th early on. My Happiness in 6th position, and then comes Blue Street in 7th. Inside Blue Street Feels All Right, the Irish bred. Then we come back to Transduction Gold, and Pick a Pocket is last of 10 to the turn. The first quarter, 24 seconds flat. Around the first turn, Jet Propulsion leads Yates Black Cat by 2.5 lengths. Belletti is a close 3rd, and El Caballo with Tactical Pace lying in 4th. Feels All Right at the inside, My Happiness in the red cap, and 3 deep pick 6. Then we come back to Blue Street Transduction Gold, and Pick a Pocket trails. They head to the half-mile pole. 4 furlongs in 49 seconds flat. So Jet Propulsion charts the course in the Mervyn H. Muniz Jr. with 4 furlongs to go, leading Yates Black Cat by 6 lengths. El Caballo and Belletti join 3rd. My Happiness 5th up the fence. Then Feels All Right, pick 6 wide to that turn. Blue Street is still 12 lengths or so adrift of Jet Propulsion, who's now gone 7 lengths clear while off the fence from Yates Black Cat. Then we come back to Transduction Gold and Pick a Pocket coming toward the quarter pole. Jet Propulsion turns them in. 3/4, 112 and 4. Just under a quarter to run. Sean Bridgman and Jet Propulsion, a 5-length leader. From Yates Black Cat up the fence, and pick 6 stayed on. Feels All Right under pressure. Blue Street is charging now, then El Caballo and Transduction Gold. Jet Propulsion, stamina just slipping away. Here comes Blue Street and pick 6 between horses. Blue Street, big day for Javier Castellano. It's Blue Street. Blue Street to win it from pick 6 and Transduction Gold. Then Jet Propulsion, El Caballo, and Yates Black Cat.
Blue Street getting the victory. A nice effort to score the victory, a length and 3/4 over pick 6, who made a nice bid from off the pace, wasn't quite able to get there. Transduction Gold also making his usual bid from off the pace to fall just a head short in the 3rd spot. The pace setter in here, Jet Propulsion, I thought might have a big chance to go gate to wire once he was able to clear. He settles for 4th in another very good performance. The winner, Blue Street, however, now 4-time winner in a row, going back to an Aqueduct Allowance race in November, won the Fairgrounds Prep, Fairgrounds Handicap as a prep for this, and has now moved up his game rather dramatically. Blue Street is a dark bay or brown gelded son of Street Cry from Capote Blues by Capote. Bred in Kentucky by Harriet Finkelstein and owned by the Ann Stew Stable, trained by Todd Pletcher, ridden to victory by Javier Castellano. Blue Street covers the 9 furlongs in 150.10. Next up, the Grade 2 Louisiana Derby. It's been moved to a new position. It's moved up to 5 weeks out from the Kentucky Derby, making it a final prep for some of these horses. It's also been extended from 8.5 to 9 furlongs. Let's head back to the fairgrounds and the Louisiana Derby.
And they're off in the Louisiana Derby. Toward the inside, Mission Impossible, A Little Warm, and the Risen Star winner, Discreetly Mine. Here's Backtrack, and here's Drosselmeyer as they charge past the stands. The program is next toward the inside from Fly Down. Then Wow, Wow, Wow. Ron the Greek is next from Island Soul, Stay Put. Hotep, Mr. Mardi Gras is last of the 13. Around the first turn, A Little Warm has taken the lead. A Little Warm's in front of Discreetly Mine, and on the outside, Backtrack with that orange cap just running in third. Mission Impossible holds the rail in fourth. The program settled back in fifth. Wow, 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 making headway outside horses. Then comes Drosselmeyer and the WinStar White, and they have 5.5 furlongs to go. Hotep is next. Fly Down toward the back of the Louisiana Derby field with Stay Put. Ron the Greek is running in 11th, and then Island Soul and Mr. Mardi Gras. The quarter was 23-2, and a half mile in 47-4. Heading to the half-mile pole. A Little Warm is just the leader from Discreetly Mine and Backtrack. Mission Impossible, a close-up 1-2 as they go toward that far turn. And then comes the program, followed by Wow, Wow, Wow. Drosselmeyer is down at the fence with 3 furlongs to go. A Little Warm still holds Discreetly Mine through the turn. Then we come back to Hotep. Ron the Greek still 8 lengths back. Stay Puts on the far outside. Then Fly Down, Island Soul, and Mr. Mardi Gras last to make the top of this daunting fairground stretch at the quarter pole. 3 quarters, 112 flat. It's A Little Warm and Discreetly Mine. Here comes Mission Impossible now switched out. Toward the inside, Drosselmeyer's close too. In this final furlong, A Little Warm digs down. A Little Warm battles Discreetly Mine. Mission Impossible on the outside. Mission Impossible for Rajiv Mirage. Mission Impossible has won the Louisiana Derby from A Little Warm, Drosselmeyer, then Discreetly Mine, Stay Put, and Ron the Greek.
Mission Impossible off a 4th place finish last time out at Oak Lawn Park in the Rebel. A very nice effort. I'm sorry, in the Southwest Stakes. A very nice effort by Mission Impossible to rally to win by 3/4 of a length over a very game A Little Warm, who was making his stretch-out debut. This was his first 2-turn performance, and what I thought was a very nice one, going from 7 all the way out to 9. Drosselmeyer, who a couple of times looked like he really ought to be a winner, just never able to get clear, came up a little bit on the late side to settle for 3rd. Discreetly Mine, the favorite in the field, but a lukewarm favorite. Despite having won the prep race for this, he really was, he was 7-2 as the choice in here. Not exactly a solid favorite, as his stablemate Mission Impossible runs by him late under Rajiv Mirage. Mission Impossible is a gray son of Unbridled Song from La Paz by Hold Your Peace, bred in Kentucky by Summerwind Farm and owned by Twin Creeks Racing Stable. Kind of an unusual horse in that he's a little bit of a throwback to the type of horse we used to see years ago. He broke his maiden last April 30th at Keeneland, came back and ran 3rd in the Kentucky Juvenile at the end of April last year, and an interesting horse. Certainly has run some fairly solid races. Now only earning his 2nd career victory with this effort, but has run against some pretty nice ones, and he is a brother to the very fast Forest Camp, so he's got a little bit of pedigree as well. So a nicely bred horse stretching out for Todd Pletcher once again. Mission Impossible is trained by Todd Pletcher and a ridden to victory by Rajiv Mirage, covering the 9 furlongs in 150.32. We're going to take a brief break. When we return, we've got a lot more great racing action for you. You've got stakes races from Turfway Park and across the country. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Horses and Courses. We'll continue now at Turfway Park, where on Saturday they had one of their big days of racing. We'll kick things off with 3-year-olds sprinting in the Hansel Stakes.
And they're off for the lead. Strapping Groom from the outside between horses. Cool Bullet. Down along the rail, Kira's Kitten, then Plutonium. Down the back stretch, Cool Bullet leads it by a head. Kira's Kitten second, a length up on the outside. Strapping Groom runs third. Gap of 3, Plutonium is now fourth. Then Lucky Chuck, Rockin' Rock Star, and the trailer, just a matter of time, 21 and 3. A quick opening quarter. Cool Bullet ahead in front. Kira's Kitten on the inside second. Strapping Groom moves a closer third. Gap of 2.5, Rockin' Rockstar moves to the outside and gains ground. Then Lucky Chuck, as they move into the stretch, Cool Bullet in front. Now draws off by 2.5. Then it's Strapping Groom second, up on the outside, Rockin' Rockstar third, but it's all Cool Bullet and Calvin Burrell. Cool Bullet wins the Hansel by 4. Strapping Groom second. Rockin' Rockstar holds third. Lucky Chuck fourth.
Cool Bullet scoring the victory. This is a horse that won the Sugar Bowl Stakes at the fairgrounds earlier this year, sprinting 6. A couple of stretch-out efforts without much success, including the Lecomte in the Southwest. Back to sprinting and back to the winner's circle, 4.5 lengths the better of Strapping Groom, who was in off a second in the Capicella at Aqueduct. Rockin' Rockstar completes the top 3. Cool Bullet is a chestnut, a 3-year-old gelded son of Red Bullet from Lizzie Cool by St. Bellotto. Bred in Florida by Adena Springs and owned by Winmore Limited and Robert and Luana Lowe, trained by Steve Margolis and ridden to victory by Calvin Burrell. Cool Bullet covers the 6 in 108.97. Next up, 3-year-old fillies in the Bourbonnette Oaks.
The third, up on the outside, Age of Humor is fourth. It's a length back to Cascading, now fifth. 2.5 more. Cactus Cadillac is 6. Absinthe Minded moves up. Then from the inside, that's Lisa's Kitten. And the trailer is Allegation. 24 and 2 for the opening quarter. It's Helen Bellin with a 3-length lead. Orchestrator is second, now by a head. Age of Humor on the outside runs third. On the rail, Midway Holiday a closer fourth. Then on the outside, Cascading is fifth. Helen Bellin still there as they move into the turn. Orchestrator is second ahead. Age of Humor on the outside runs a third. Then it's Midway Holiday, followed by Cascading. Then up in the center of the track, Cactus Cadillac. Into the stretch, Orchestrator, Age of Humor. Now those two are together. Up from the outside, Midway Holiday. Helen Bellin is dropped back. It's Orchestrator and Age of Humor. Orchestrator and Alex Solis win by a head. Age of Humor second, Midway Holiday third. Then Cactus Cadillac and a photo is Absinthe Minded.
Orchestrator getting the win. A well-traveled Ken McPeak trainee who had been out in California for the winter, had spent some time in Kentucky and in fact had run mainly on the turf and on the poly track at both in Kentucky and in California, returns and picks up the victory here. A nice effort on or near the pace every step of the way, fighting right there from the get-go and scoring by a neck over Age of Humor, who was in from the fairgrounds, a horse that we saw over the winter time at the Big A as well. Midway Holiday rounds out the top 3. The winner, Orchestrator, is a dark Bear Brown 3-year-old daughter of Bernstein from Lucky Socks by Temperance Hill, bred in Kentucky by Bryant Prentice III and owned by Coolman Racing Stable. Trained by Ken McPeak and ridden to victory by Alex Solis, Orchestrator covers the mile in 138.29. Next up, we'll head back into 3-year-old competition with ungraded 3-year-olds at 1.16 miles and the Rushaway.
And they're off. For the lead from the inside, Activity Report, Lonesome Street, and XI. Up on the outside, that's Instant Message, then Positive Split, followed by In the Paint into the first turn. From the outside, that's Activity Report. Went from the outside all the way out to the 5 path and has the lead. From between horses, X-High, Lonesome Street down along the inside is next. Gap of 2 lengths. Then it's Instant Message, Positive Split is moving through from the rail. 6 more back. Then we get Patoki, followed by In the Paint and Max Silver Hammer, half and 47 and 2. Now X-High takes over the lead. X-High leads it by a length and a half. Activity Report second ahead. Lonesome River runs third. Gap of 2 lengths back. Instant Message fourth. Positive Split is still down along the rail in fifth. Then Max Silverhammer followed by In the Paint and Patoki trails. Into the turn and X-High leads at a length. The outside Lonesome Street is second. Positive Split is down along the inside. Then up from the center of the track, that's Instant Message with a furlong to run. X-High has the lead. On the outside, that's Lonesome Street. X-High still in front. Lonesome Street In the Paint with a late run. But it's X-High for Russell Bays. X-High by almost a length over Lonesome Street. In the Paint third. Positive Split fourth.
X-High getting the victory. This was the horse that was beaten 15 lengths last time out by Odysseus in that allowance race at Tampa Bay Downs in mid-February. And Todd Pletcher finds a nice spot without overfacing him where he's able to score on the front end, pick up a $60,000 plus check as well as he scores over Lonesome Street, who gives chase for most of the going. In the Paint completes the top 3. The winner, X-High, is a bay son of Maria's Mon from Soldera by Polish Numbers, bred in Kentucky by Wertheimer and Frere and owned by the breeders, trained by Todd Pletcher and ridden to victory by Russell Bays. X-High covers the mile in the 16th and 144.47. We'll head right back to 3-year-old company now for 3-year-olds looking for a berth in the Triple Crown. Obviously, the Kentucky Derby only about 5 weeks away. The Grade 2 Lane's End.
They're at the post. And they're off for the lead. It is Ranger Hartley from between horses. Up on the outside, Vow to Wager, a close-up second. Then it's Northern Giant, followed by Dean's Kitten. Then down along the inside, Doubles Partner, followed between horses by Chief Counsel. It's a length and a half to Let's Get It On Mon. Then Outlaw Man and Connemara, as usual, trails the field into the first turn. Ranger Hartley is opened a 2-length lead. Vow to Wager is second. Up on the outside, Dean's Kitten moves a closer third. Doubles Partner stuck down along the inside is fourth. Northern Giant moves from the outside in fifth, gap of 5. Then it's Outlaw Man who takes sixth. From the inside, Chief Counsel is next. Connemara begins to gain from the outside, and the trailer, Let's Get It On Mon after a half and 48 and 2. It's Ranger Hartley in front. Now by a half length over Vow to Wager in second. Up on the outside, Dean's Kitten is third. Doubles Partner fourth by a head. Northern Giant on the outside runs fifth. Outlaw Man sixth. Here comes Connemara now making a move on the outside. And Doubles Partner is trying to get through on the inside while Dean's Kitten now gets the lead. And Northern Giant moves into second. Here comes Connemara from the center of the track in third. Then down along the inside, Vow to Wager is fourth. But it's Dean's Kitten in front and drawing away from Northern Giant. Dean's Kitten and Cornelio Velasquez, they take the Lane's End by 2.5. Then Northern Giant, Connemara was up for third, looked like Chief Counsel fourth, but that will take a photo.
Dean's Kitten, kind of an interesting horse. Looks like he may be better as a synthetic track and turf horse, but he certainly seems to be coming to hand very nicely. He hit the board in a couple of the turf stakes down in Florida, including a second in the Palm Beach last time out behind Patio Prado. And here goes off and wins by 2 1/4 lengths as he returns to synthetic. Northern Giant in off a third, and the Risen Star completes the exacta with Connemara. After a little bit of a poor break, he hopped a little bit at the start, completes the order of the top 3. But again, Connemara, a deep closer, probably would have been just about that far back in the early going, one way or the other. Point about Dean's Kitten, he was third in his only try on synthetic in his prior effort on synthetic. That was his career debut. The horse that beat him that day was Heavenville, who has now won the Crescent City Derby. He won that restricted stake over the weekend at the fairgrounds, so obviously he was in against fairly nice horses at that point, very early in his career. Dean's Kitten is a chestnut son of Kitten's Joy from Summer Theater by Ide, bred in Kentucky by Ken and Sarah Ramsey, owned by the breeders and trained by Mike Maker. Ridden to victory by Cornelio Velasquez. This was a horse that I liked quite a bit in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf last year before they opted to scratch him in favor of an entry mate, and looks like he's turning out to be a pretty nice horse. And if he wants a spot in the Kentucky Derby, he has now earned it with this victory in 1 minute 50.59. One more stake to bring you from Turfway Park, that the Fairway Fun for fillies and mares.
And they're off. Irish Bridge broke sharply, so did Celine's Delight on the inside. Grand Anay up in the center of the track is next. My Baby Baby, the favorite right there in 4th. Then it's Indigo North. Danzin and Blissful Song trails into the turn. Irish Ridge up on the outside, that's Grand Anay. Grand Anay moves by and gets the lead. Has it a length and a half, Irish Ridge second ahead. My Baby Baby on the outside, 3rd. Down along the rail, Celine's Delight 4th. Gap of 3 to Indigo North. Then it's Blissful Song and Danzin. Slow opening quarter, 25 flat. The leader, Grand Anay, now by a half length. Irish Ridge is second. It's a length back. My Baby Baby gains up on the outside 3rd. Celine's Delight trying to get through on the rail in 4th. 5 back. Danzin moves up from 5th. Midway through the turn, Irish Ridge. Now My Baby Baby just moves right by and gets the lead from Irish Ridge. My Baby Baby in hand takes the lead and draws off. Irish Ridge is second. On the outside, Danzin is starting a late run, but it's My Baby Baby. Danzin is gaining. My Baby Baby, though, with Alex Solis. Here comes Danzin on the outside. It's going to be close, but My Baby Baby. And Alex Solis held off a furious run by Danzin. Irish Ridge 3rd.
My Baby Baby gets the victory here over late-moving Danzon, who's kind of a favorite of mine. Off a long layoff, she's run some very, very nice races, but My Baby Baby able to beat her to the jump after having hit the board behind the very talented St. Trinians in her last 2. She gets a bit of class relief for Ken McPeak, shipping her back in from California to score by a neck as the odds-on favorite. Danzon rallies well to second, with Irish Ridge back in 3rd after stalking the pace. The winner, My Baby Baby, is a bay mare, a daughter of Bernstein, from Sarah Darling by Wavering Monarch, bred in Kentucky by E.H. Bow Lane III, owned by Magdalena Racing et al., trained by Ken McPeak, and ridden to victory by Alex Solis. My Baby Baby covers the mile in the 16th in 144.72. We'll head down to Florida now, take a look at older horses going long on the turf in the Pan American. We'll join the Pan American in progress.
And Uncle Indy up alongside of him, 4 off the lead. Never on Sunday, well held behind them. Brass Hat is just to the outside of Never on Sunday. Lemon Spice is 7 lengths off the lead. Memorial Maniac still last. On to the backstretch. And it is still Brother Dick Out there by himself, going along easily up front from Bearpath and Winchester on the inside. And then it's Uncle Indy, Never on Sunday between horses. Silver Mountain progresses at the rail. There he goes. Silver Mountain making an early move now. And he's just a length off the lead as they move into the far turn. And then it's Brass Hat with 4.5 to make up and Memorial Maniac. Around the far turn, Brother Nick the leader. Bearpath alongside. Uncle Indy sent up outside of them. Winchester waits. Never on Sunday moves by him. Brass Hat with the widest run. Silver Mountain and Lemon Spice, they're into the stretch. And Brother Nick is still there. Here comes Bearpath. On the outside, Uncle Indy is up to take them on now. On the far outside, Never on Sunday kicks in. Winchester at the rail. It is Bearpath to catch. Never on Sunday. Bearpath has the lead. Bearpath won it. And then came Never on Sunday, Brother Nick, and Winchester.
Bearpath getting the victory at a big price, rewarding his backers with $40.80 on top, and he's now run 2 pretty nice races at the age of 4. He struggled a little bit as a 3-year-old last year, but comes out for his first 2 starts as an older horse with nice efforts, including a 4th last out behind Precious Passion and Winchester in the McDermott. Here turns the tables on Winchester as he scores by 3/4 of a length between horses from Never on Sunday, who as usual launched his rallying bid from off the pace, while wide Brother Nick, the pace setter, holds on for 3rd. Bearpath is a 4-year-old bay gelding, a son of Dinah Farmer from Song and Silk by Unbridled Song. Bred in Kentucky by Whisper Hill Farm and owned by the Lothenbach Stable, trained by Ian Wilkes and ridden to victory by Freddie Lanclude. Bearpath covers the 1.5 miles on the turf in 2:32.60. We will head next to Laurel in Maryland for their Saturday stake. Going long on the main track, older horses in the Harrison Johnson.
So Lord Justice trying to pull away once more. Lord Justice just at a steady pace, a half mile to go, and try to sprint on from here. 1.5 lengths from the favorite Indian Dance in second. Zarak, Eddie C second last, and Cheers Mate. 3 ace to go. Lord Justice is still there. Now clear running for Indian Dance, and Louis Garcia has taken Indian Dance just to the outside of Lord Justice and try to gun that one down for that final 5/16 of a mile. And Zarak is in 3rd, and Eddie C is 4th. In the meantime, at the top of the stretch, Lord Justice, left-handed stick just narrowly. Indian Dance trying to press on by on the outside. Indian Dance does indeed finally grab the lead in upper stretch. Out toward the center of the track, running along 3rd position, we have Zarak, followed by Eddie C, but Indian Dance prevailing by 2 lengths. Indian Dance in a 3-way go here for second. Eddie C gamely there with Zarak. It's going to be Indian Dance and Louis Garcia 3-5 under the line. Zarak and Eddie C and Lord Justice.
Indian Dance scoring the victory, another lightly raced older horse that has run his record to 4 for 6 with yet another good performance. His stakes debut come last time out in the Campbell. He was a good second behind Redding Colliery. That one doesn't show up here, and he scores nicely, drawing away by 2 over Zarak with Eddie C. Back in the 3rd spot, a nice effort by Indian Dance. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see this horse run very well through the course of the year. He is Maryland bred, so he's got races like the Maryland Millions as well towards the end of the season to point for as well. Indian Dance is a bay gelded son of Indian Charlie from Darlin's Band by Dixieland Band, bred in Maryland by Sandra and Howard Bender, owned by Sandra Bender, and trained by Lawrence Murray. Ridden to victory by Luis Garcia, Indian Dance covers the 9 151.04. We'll pause now for a brief message. When we return, still more great stakes racing action. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Horses and Courses. We'll continue now at Oak Lawn Park with older fillies and mares sprinting in the carousel on Saturday.
And they're off in the carousel. Rated Feisty, Palanca City, both broke very sharp late. In the inside is the Fortune Place Southern Yankee and One Smokin' Lady. It's 5 lengths back to Double Espresso and Sweet Relish as they dash down the backstretch. And Southern Yankee and One Smokin' Lady battling for the lead. Fortune Play right there in third. Rated Feisty is fourth, 5 wide. That is Palanca City in fifth by about 4. Sweet Relish is next. And Double Espresso trails as they head to the turn. One Smokin' Lady retaking the lead over Southern Yankee. Fortune Play is right there in third. To the outside, that is Palanca City moving up. Rated Feisty is right there in fifth, and here they come into the stretch of the carousel. One Smokin' Lady, Southern Yankee right together, Palanca City to the outside. Rated Feisty is right behind horses fourth, and Fortune Play in strike position fifth as they straighten for the drive. And here's Palanca City picking them up, laying them down. She takes command. One Smokin' Lady fighting back, however, on the inside. One Smokin' Lady's not through, but Palanca City has got the lead, and it will be Palanca City going to win the carousel, pulling away. She gets it by a length. One Smokin' Lady second, Double Espresso third, Rated Feisty was fourth, 6 furlongs a minute, 9 4/5.
Palanca City back in the winner's circle after having been beaten by One Smokin' Lady 2 races back in the Spring Fever. She came back in an allowance race in the interim to score. She is now 6 for 10 at Oak Lawn Park and turns the tables on her nemesis One Smokin' Lady by a length. Double Espresso back in third with a rallying bid from well off the pace. The winner, Palanca City, is a chestnut daughter of Carson City from Indian Sunset by Stormbird. Bred in Kentucky by Overbrook Farm and owned by William Sterritz, trained by Scott Becker and ridden to victory by Chris Emmy. Palanca City covers the 6 in 109.84. We'll head out to the Midwest now. Sam Houston Race Park and Saturday's stakes feature for older horses, the Maxim Gold Cup, will join the Gold Cup in progress.
Of a mile to journey. Mad Flatter shows the way by a length. Numismatist on the outside chasing in second. Ready Set is a closer third by 4. Red Lead on the outside with Gretzky there in stride. Dumar's at the rail. 15 Love alongside of that. 5 back to Jake will gallop. And Going Ballistic now called on with 3/8 of a mile to go. Mad Flatter takes him into the turn out front by 2. Ready Set tries to cut into the margin, racing a closer second. 2 back to Dumar at the inside. Moving through along the outside. Ready Set is coming on strong. They round the turn and run for home. Headlong for home in the Maxim Gold Cup. On the outside, Ready Set is there to challenge 15 Love from between horses on late at the inside. Mad Flatter Going Ballistics in the center of the racetrack. Gaining with every stride, a 16th away though, and 15 Love is going on. 15 Love has won the Maxim Gold Cup from Going Ballistic.
15 Love. You may remember this horse if you were a fan of Bobby Frankel, who had this horse out in California and in Kentucky, ran mostly on synthetic and a little bit on the turf, and interestingly enough has now run his record on the dirt to 2 for 2 off of a very fast allowance race with a 101 Beyer speed figure last time out. He comes right back, scores again from off the pace by 1.5 lengths over Going Ballistic with Dumar back in the third spot. The winner, 15 Love, is a dark Bayer Brown son of Point Given from Nid by Known Fact, bred in Kentucky by Juddmont Farm, owned by Jose Luis Espinoza, trained by Ernesto Torres, and ridden to victory by Junior Chacaltana. 15 Love covers the 9 furlongs in 150.50. We will head to the southwest, continue further southwest, and to Sunland Park for Sunday's Grade 3, and that is very important, $800,000 WinStar Sunland Park Derby.
Away and racing, and a great start for Conveyance, straight to the lead. Race favourite Ping the Best near the inside from Nacho Friend. Endorsement going up on the outside to go to second. Tempted to Tabak coming forward now on the extreme outside, and behind them is Classical Slew. 2 away, Storming Saint, third last. Then McKenna's Justice, Fog Alert, and on the outside, Guilt by Association. But what a beautiful run down the stretch, the first time for Conveyance and Martin Garcia has Conveyance just where he wants him. Out in front, loping along with the ears prick, doing it beautifully by a length. In second placing is Endorsement. Nacho Friend stays handy on the inside with Tempted to Tap It. And the Shippers got away there by 4 lengths to Classical Slew. Storming Satyrs on the inside, then Guilt by Association, Fog Alert second last. And the trailer is McKenna's Justice. Well, there really hasn't been much pressure here. And Conveyance lobbing along still inside the 5 furlongs. A length and a half to Endorsement. Now Tempted to Tap It starts to edge forward as they come after this leader just a little bit. Nacho Friend lost a touch of ground there a length away. 3 to Storming Saint. McKenna's Justice got up on the inside. In behind those runners is Fog Alert, and dropping to the tail Classical Slew and last Guilt by Association, but things have gone beautifully in front and Conveyance led the way. Conveyance by 3/4. Endorsement lays down the challenge. A length and a half Tempted to Tap It. Hard Ridden Nacho Friend stays with them. Now coming strongly Endorsement, and for the first time Conveyance asked to find more. Conveyance on the inside and Endorsement come for the lane, and it's Endorsement going pretty well. Endorsement on the outside just in front of Conveyance and has gone to the front. Endorsement led down the lane. Endorsement a neck. Conveyance has to find more on the inside. They're well clear. Then Tempted to Tap It. Endorsement on the outside, a neck in front. They race to the 16th pole, and Endorsement is the new kid on the block. Endorsement coming right away. This is a mighty win in the Sunland Derby. And Endorsement for Windstar Farms by 3 lengths to Conveyance. Third Tempted to Tap It, and up on the inside, Fog Alert was 4th.
Endorsement getting the victory and putting himself in the mix rather dramatically with $400,000 in graded stakes earnings. And that graded stakes statistic, very important as we're looking for a berth in the Kentucky Derby. Endorsement scores over Conveyance, who led the way in the early going. Endorsement from a perfect stalking position, able to run by the previously undefeated Conveyance. Tempted to Tap It, who was taken off the pace, relaxed fairly nicely and settled for the 3rd spot in here. The winner, Endorsement, picked up a win in a maiden special weight at Oaklawn Park. That was on the undercard of the Southwest. And I actually saw the stretch run of that race. Thought he looked pretty strong that day, holding sway over a couple of nicely bred horses, including one, the runner-up, who came back to break his maiden nicely the next time out, indicating that Endorsement was a pretty solid horse. Now, this may have been a little bit of an ambitious placing for him. He did pay $25.40 to score the victory, but it certainly looks like he has put himself right into the mix with some of the better 3-year-olds within the division, despite the time coming home not being all of that fast. The winner, Endorsement, is a chestnut 3-year-old son of Distorted Humor from Charmed Gift by AP&D. Bred in Kentucky by Kilroy Thoroughbred Partnership and owned by Windstar Farm. Trained by Shannon Ritter and ridden to victory by Robbie Alvarado. Endorsement covers the mile in the 16th and 148.46. We'll continue with stakes racing action at Santa Anita, where on Saturday the stakes feature for older horses going 1.5 miles was the Tokyo City Handicap. We'll join the Tokyo City in progress.
Half mile to go in the Tokyo City Cup, and it's still Eagle Poise in front by 1.5 lengths. Tap It Light is in second. A gap of 3 to Philatelist. Quindici Man down at the rail. Rendezvous is sent after them. 5 off the leaders. Then back to Unusual Suspect and Snowmaster. They come into the top of the lane now, and Eagle Poise goes on. Tap It Light comes to tackle him. Philatelist behind that. Quindici Man. Here's Rendezvous moving in with the white blinkers on the outside. Top of the lane. This one's wide open. Eagle Poise digs deep, finds more. Tap It Light is right there. Philatelist, white cap on the outside. Rendezvous, then Quindici Man, and he won a 5. Tap It Light now strikes the front. Philatelist, Rendezvous on the outside. Eagle Poise battles on at the rail, but it's Tap It Light in front. Rendezvous with a late run. Tap It Light to win it. Tap It Light and Tyler Bays have taken the Tokyo City Cup to Rendezvous, and Eagle Poise was third.
Tap It Light scores the victory under Tyler Bays. A nice effort, 3/4 of a length after 1.5 miles over Rendezvous with Eagle Poise back in the 3rd spot as they all crossed the line pretty close together, considering a lot of times these extended routes see very extended distances between horses. Tap It Light went to the sidelines after September of 2008 and has only run twice since that time with a couple of layoffs in between. It does appear, though, that when he's right, he is a pretty solid campaigner off his second last out in Optional Claiming Company here at Santa Anita. Tap It Light is a chestnut gelding, a son of General Meeting from popular opinion by half a year. Bred in California by Paula Capestro and Rick Taylor, owned by Anastasia Capon Yukagawa et al. And trained by Mike Mitchell, ridden to victory by Tyler Bays. Tap It Light covers the 1.5 miles in 2:29.62. Next up, from older rooters to 3-year-old filly sprinters, the Santa Paula on Sunday at 6.5 furlongs.
And away they go. Crisis of Spirit bounced out very fast and goes straight to the lead. Church Campers on the far side, being joined by Tander, who's sent along down at the rail. Just behind that comes Sister Dawn in the blue colours, and Lanez will trail early, 5 off the leader. Past the 5/8 they go, and Crisis of Spirit by a length. It's Church Camp right there in second. Sister Dawn in the blue is pulling her way up a joint second, and Tander at the rail. These 4 separated by 3 lengths. And then it's another 2 lengths back to Lanez. Into the turn they go, and Crisis of Spirit just over a length. Church Camp right there second. Sister Dawn is on the far side. Tander a close-up 4th at the rail, and Lanez is right there too. 4 lengths would cover them all. Coming to the quarter pole now, and Crisis of Spirit is asked to go on, but being taken on now by Sister Dawn. And Sister Dawn comes looking for the lead. Lanez in the red cap is unwinding her run on the grandstand side. They come for home. Crisis of Spirit tries to go on. Sister Dawn, Lanez down the centre of the track, and now Tander gets through down at the rail for them in a line. Tander is finishing best of all at the rail though, and Tander strikes the front and draws clear under a perfect hand ride from Alex Solis. And Tander very impressive in the Santa Paula. Lanez second, then Sister Dawn, Crisis of Spirit, and Church Camp.
Tander gets the victory one last time out on the downhill turf course. In fact, both of her victories thus far in her career had come on the downhill turf. This was her first win on anything other than that surface, and she scores nicely, drawing away by 4 1/4 lengths over Lanez, with the favored Sister Dawn completing the top 3. The winner, Tander, is a bay daughter of Sweet Southern Saint from Doc's Stormy Girl by Dr. Caton. Bred in Florida by Christine L. Mitchell, owned by Tommy Hutton's Dream Stable Limited, and trained by Dan Hendricks, ridden to victory by Alex Solis, who had a very good weekend across the country from Kentucky to California. Tander covers the 6.5 in 1:14.36. Next up, happy to report that in New York, the race that had been one of the great races for fillies and mares during the course of literally over the last 100 years, the Ladies has been brought back. It's now being run on the Aqueduct Dinner towards the end of their winter-spring meet. Saturday afternoon saw the revival of the Ladies Handicap.
And they're off. Distinctively broke well, but it's going to be Quiet Mover to have the early lead. On the outside, Love's Blush racing in second, Distinctively and Title Dance together, 3rd and 4th. Quiet Mover, longest shot in the field, leads by almost 3 lengths. Love's Blush is next in second, Distinctively down towards the rail, and Title Dance. They round the clubhouse turn after an opening quarter mile in 24 4/5 seconds. And it is Quiet Mover, the leader here by 3/4 of a length over Love's Blush. Another 1.5 lengths, and Title Dance is on the outside of Distinctively. Now they're on the backstretch. It's Quiet Mover showing the way here by a 1/2 length. Love's Blush on the outside in second. Then the heavy favorite Title Dance Distinctively is at the rail in 4th, 3 lengths from the lead. The half went in 50 and 3. Quiet Mover, Love's Blush is now right alongside. Love's Blush and Quiet Mover, stride for stride for the lead, less than a 1/2 mile out. Title Dance, tracking in 3rd, Distinctively is 4th as they head for the far turn. Quiet Mover still on top. Quiet Mover by 3/4 of a length. Title Dance now picking it up on the outside. Love's Blush is in between horses, and now there's 3 of them across the track, and they've got 4 lengths on Distinctively as they come for the top of the stretch. Now it's Love's Blush and Title Dance. Quiet Mover down at the rail in 3rd. Title Dance is now in front. Title Dance has got the lead. Love's Blush is running in second, then Distinctively and Quiet Mover. Title Dance in front by 3 with a 16th out. Love's Blush trying to hold second over Distinctively, and Title Dance dances home in the Ladies. 1 by 2.5. Love's Blush completes the exacta.
Title Dance getting the victory. A nice effort by this filly as the heavy odds-on favorite. She had won the Affectionately last time out here in mid-January. Skipped the February stake for her division, but returned here victorious over Love's Blush, who was in from Laurel with Distinctively back in third. The winner, Title Dance, is a chestnut mare, a daughter of Pleasant Tap from Sweet Summer by Summer Squall. Bred in Florida by Dr. Sidney Sachs, owned by Mark C. Farrell and trained by Mike Hushin, who has had a tremendous meet over the course of the Aqueduct Inner season this wintertime. Ridden to victory by Channing Hill, Title Dance covers the 9 in 153.59. That'll wrap up a very busy edition of Horses and Courses. Thank you for joining us. We hope you'll be able to join us again next week as we take a look at stakes racing action from around the country. Until then, I'm Jean Wood. Have a great week at the races.